Hey, it's great to be with you again today. Have you ever had things not work out your way? Things just, you did everything you could, you tried as hard as you could, and things just went south and it didn't work out. And you're like, God, this isn't fair. This stinks. How come I didn't get what I wanted? I love you. Don't you love me? I mean, man, come on, God, get on the horn. And I look at that and I think at some point, maybe all of us have been in that boat and thought those thoughts were kind of like in there, like questioning God on why this didn't happen after we worked so hard. And I go back to the New Testament, and Jesus looks at John and says, man, John is the greatest prophet ever. He got to prophesy and proclaim the way of the Messiah and prepare the way of the Lord. And yet, John criticized King Herod. And he criticized him to the point that King Herod was just like, you know what, I've had enough of this guy. And he throws him in prison. And while he's in prison, King Herod throws a party, and his new wife, who John had criticized, her daughter is dancing, and King Herod's like, man, whatever you want, I'll give it to you. You're awesome. And she says, I want the head of John the Baptist. Now, King Herod didn't really want to kill John the Baptist, but because he was in front of a crowd of people, he didn't want to look weak, and so he beheaded John the Baptist. Now, I want to say this. Jesus has just said that he is the greatest of the prophets. He is his cousin. He has a deep love for John. And yet, John is killed. Even though he's prophesying, he's preaching, he's teaching, he's baptizing, he's doing all these awesome things for God. And yet, bad happened to him. So, when we go through things like this in life, things that don't go our way, when things go south, when things are bad, it turns rotten on us, we have to think and step back and go, what can I learn? What is the lesson that I need, that God is trying to provide for me, that will strengthen my character, that will deepen my perseverance and deepen my faith? And with John the Baptist, John's time, you look at it and you're like, well, maybe God was just like, John, it's time for you to come home, man. You're only visiting this planet. You're an alien, right? You're just visiting this planet. It's time to come home to me and reside with me in paradise. And as we go through these times when things are bad, may we look at God and go, God, use me. Continue to strengthen me. Help me to chase after you. Use me how you see fit. And don't let me despair over the bad times. Because when we look at God and stay focused on him, he can do incredible things through us. May God continue to pour out his grace, mercy, and blessings on each and every one of us until we get to meet again. Amen. Amen.